feel it deep in my soul and I know that.
Hey guys,
Hello guys.
welcome back.
It's been a while.
It has, yeah, we're very, very sorry that we've taken so long to get back to you. We have genuinely been busy. I've just been busy with life.
I've had exams.
This one's had exams, so
Finished.
yeah, we've had to, we haven't purposely just thought, oh, we're not going to do a vlog or, a video for you guys. We've just, every time we think, okay, we're going to do one, something just comes up, and at the same time, we one thing we don't want to do is just do a video for the sake of it.
Yeah.
There has been times where we can do one, but sometimes if you just don't feel right, it just doesn't flow, it doesn't happen. So we want this to be as natural as possible. So yeah, today we are going to talk about distractions, how not to become distracted, or our views on distractions, and
what can distract you?
yeah, what can distract you, and what's been going on lately. So yeah, I think, do you want to start?
I think
She definitely wants to start, I can tell.
so I'll give an example. I'm sure we all know about what's happened
Sorry.
in Manchester,
Hay fever.
the bombings and all of that, and I just feel like, sometimes, for example, if you take the media, I feel like they tend to paint a picture that, Muslims are terrorists, and all of them are terrorists, and it just kind of like really affects society, and people just start to be negative towards other people, and I just think that's really bad, and I just feel we should
This is turning into like a very passionate speech.
yeah, it's just really,
Come on.
yeah, because I just really dislike when things like that happen, and then automatically everyone becomes really negative to a certain type of people, and
Or situation.
yeah, and they start spreading things on Facebook, Instagram, everything, for example, against Muslims. I'm Christian myself. I don't dislike any other person who's of different faith than me, and I just feel like that really happens, and it's because we get distracted. We believe everything we see, for example, in CNN, BBC, all of that, and it's just really terrible.
I just find, there's no conspiracy theorist sort of idea here, but what happened is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, very
It can't be condoned in any way, shape or form.
Yep.
But I think at the same time, we can't walk around in fear, and I think sometimes this is exactly what is expected. These things happen, and then we should instantly be scared, and the thing is, things like this happen a lot. They happen all the time, and the news and the media are very clever at what information they put out there and at what time they put the information out there. I'm not saying these things are timed, as I said, I'm not going to go into some conspiracy theorist sort of speech, but yeah, sometimes these things are very coincidental, and obviously all the details, the ins and outs, you never quite know what's happened, and why, and where, and
yeah.
it's just, there's too much information flying around. All we know is these things shouldn't happen, and it's just so sad to see the world going the way it is. So yeah, there's that side of things, but then we didn't just want to talk about that, but obviously that's fresh in everyone's minds at the moment, and I do feel horrific. I feel very, very sorry for what's happened to those poor families. You can't even begin to imagine, but we have to stay positive, and we have to keep supporting what we do. You just have to remain positive, because the first thing the media wants is they want you scared. They want you to fear things. They want you to be negative. They want you to worry about these things. One thing to be is always be conscious, always be smart when you're out there, but
Definitely.
don't walk around in fear. Putting that aside, there's other distractions. I think
So windy. Oh
it is very windy. We do apologise,
my hair's too many.
and I've got hay fever, so
Oh my god. Yeah.
um,
What's this?
the weave will blow off. Imagine. I'm not going swimming. There's a lake over there. Look, I'll show you. I'm not going swimming in there for that. Definitely not.
No, it's not.
I'm staying where I
It's
am.
not gonna blow.
There were other distractions as well. I think, if we're looking at from a relationship point of view, because this is what this is about, I think in life, it's very easy to become unfocused and distracted. What are you doing? Distractions.
That's yawn. God.
Okay.
Sorry. go
Yeah, it's very easy to become distracted by everything we see, by what goes on around us, and sometimes it can be very hard to remain positive and rooted. I think we've had a couple of not arguments. We very rarely argue. It's more of what you would call a bicker. A discussion about something you maybe agree or disagree on, but there are things like music and this is one that's come up for us lately. Music, and you might think, why, what's music got to do with it? Why is music a distraction? But I'll tell you a little bit of my background, and I'm not going to talk too much in this one because I talk too much in everyone, and then I'm going to hand you over to this lovely lady. But for me, since I kind of...
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow, this wind is not slowing down. Very sorry. Yeah, since I gave my life to Christ and became a Christian, I had a lot of things kind of happen. A lot of signs, visions, things that I will discuss in more detail another day, which I'm still figuring out. I'm still very young in the process, but one thing I noticed above all is my music taste completely shifted, and I don't know if this has happened to anyone else, but I just, before I was very conscious, I was very unconscious about what I was listening to, these rap songs and these grime songs, and nothing against them at all, but I just got to the stage where I started to listen to the lyrics, and I just feel like, some of the when you listen to what they're singing about, put the beat aside, because some of the beats are sick. They're really good. Like, you're in there, you're like, yeah, this beat's good. Like, makes you want to move, makes you want to get a bit angry and a bit, but when you listen to these things, you have to really understand that
It makes
what they're singing about, rapping about, is just absolute nonsense sometimes, and it's actually worrying that these things are out there and making money. Not to disrespect any artist, because fantastic, good for them, it's what they do, and everyone's in a different position in life, but they're really they can be very negative. They can almost shape your life without you realizing it. You listen to these things on repeat over and over again, and it's like the same as the TV and the media. You listen to these things over and over again, and it starts to affect you without even realizing, and your life starts to kind of go down that way. Your opinion on people, your attitude, your mentality starts to be shaped and molded by the media, or by the music and the music industry. So now I do listen to a lot of gospel, a lot of Christian music, and there's Christian rap and stuff out there with great beats. But for me, it just keeps me calmer, and it really gives me something to think about. It doesn't seem to torment my soul. But
for example, like me, I'm not saying I'm a saint myself. I'm not saying I still listen to the grimes and all of that. I will get there one day. But if you really think about it, when you listen to what they're saying, it's absolutely like it's just nonsense. Like
And
it makes no sense,
yeah,
no sense at all.
and
And I just feel like you should, you know, the older you get, you know, you obviously realize things like this, and you know, you need to feel yourself positivity.
Sorry, guys.
You need to feel yourself positivity. You need to, you know, make sure you're in a good state of mind. Like you don't want to
Definitely.
fill yourself with negativity
Definitely.
and, you know, crime and
Yeah,
know,
regardless of
swear words and things like that. It is a long process. I'm not gonna lie.
this is
It just depends on your
Yeah.
state of mind, like where you're at, what is your goal in life, and you know what you want
Yeah.
to condone. But I'm a work in progress myself. Like I'm not a saint. I still listen to things like that, but I'm trying to cut down because, you know, it just makes no sense.
it's
yeah.
I think as well, like it's something like this is another kind of thing we've come across with the if we're looking at like things that have distracted us and kind of had an effect on the age gap, is because when I was growing up and I was Anne's age, I have to remember that I was listening to those things. You can
Yeah.
get very wrapped up and dragged into what friends and other people are doing, and
Yeah.
you kind of sometimes I have to remember that and take a step back and say, well, wait a minute, you was doing the same. But all you can kind of do is advise and try and guide,
yeah.
because I think like when you think about it, and when I think about it, you know, you listen to these things and you know, you let too much in, you let too much of the, it's like I had news apps on my phone and all of these, I've deleted them all. Why? Because I don't want news flashing up every 5 minutes telling me how X amount of people have died, or how, you know, someone's been murdered, or just it's just constantly promoting fear. We know these things happen. It's horrible that it happens. There is a place for the news and for news to be reported, but too much of it becomes it slowly starts to drip feed fear into you, because you think then consciously, oh, if I walk around the park, oh, this is going to happen, or if I go on the tube, then a bomb's going to go off, or just you know.
Think all I can say to that is it's God that protects, to be honest, because
Always.
we don't know where a bomb will go off. We don't know, you know, if this guy next to you is going to stab someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
hopefully
God that
not.
protects, really.
But
So
you just
yeah,
don't
live in fear,
live in
and
fear.
don't be distracted. You know, like just don't be distracted.
Yeah,
Focus on yourself.
it's really hard to do
Find
that.
yourself,
It's hard to do that.
very hard.
It's very hard because everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's listening to this music, everyone's watching the news, everybody's
and you wanna do that,
feeding
yeah.
themselves, and again, I will stress this, you've probably noticed it yourselves, you will become what you feed yourself.
True.
Fact. Like what friends and environment you associate yourself with, they're all words that are coming out of these people's mouths.
Definitely.
And you will start to behave, you'll start to act like them, you'll start to become like them.
Yep.
So all I've done, with just as an example with Anne, is when things like this happen, music comes on and certain music, I'm just be like, have you actually listened to it? And obviously, as being a faith and as being Christians, you listen to some of these rap songs and actually being very disrespectful towards your faith. And you have to also consider that as well.
No
you know,
names.
yeah, no names.
No names.
No name, not naming, not naming any artists. I will get it out. But yeah, these, you know, so you just have to be a bit more conscious and try.
Even if you want to, if it's a must that you have to listen to things like that, just don't let it affect you in
Don't
such a way
absorb
that
it.
don't let it be a part of your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Not saying if you go to a club or a party, you're like, you have to, your ears are offended and covered.
that's not
Listen,
no.
we're not saying that, but
Just don't let it affect you in such a way that
because, like, if you think about it, people that walk around listening to certain types of genres of music, they are the types of people that act and behave like the type of genre of music they listen to. Think about the clothes they wear, think about the way they look, think about the way they act, think about the way they speak.
Yeah.
It all becomes a part of them. Oh, cute little doggy. Hello.
You're attractive.
sorry. Hello. I don't know if you saw it, it's a cute dog. See, that's what it's about. Cute dogs always makes you smile. Sorry, that was a bit cheesy. But yeah, you know, you think about what they wear, how they act, and that's because that what they're feeding themselves with becomes a part of their life.
And also, like, I just thought about something. If you listen to like roadman music,
Light bulb moment. Ding! My brain's working. Guys,
ow, my neck!
what's going
I don't
on?
know, my neck hurts. Anyways, if you listen
Sorry,
to like
go on.
roadman music a lot,
Roadman, like,
like
yeah, man, I wanna
Chap
be,
Chap
I
in the
wanna
band
be.
or okay, let me not do that.
No, don't.
Yeah, I think because they use a lot of slang and the way they talk, like mandem, it will become part of the vocabulary if you actually
Yeah.
really think of it. And you start acting road, like,
And
do you know what I mean?
and the people
Yeah,
that it's like
yeah.
people that watch news all the time and they just sit with the news on all the time. A lot of the time they're people that then when you're with them they just talk about the news. Oh, have you seen what happened in the news? You've seen this?
I watch a lot.
And it just
of
spreads
CNN.
fear, and then
Do you know what?
it's just
I
scary.
thought I
yeah.
was becoming like that because you know I watch a lot of CNN, like especially when I'm studying. I just like putting CNN.
And she'll have dreams about like
Dream?
Kim Jong Un or Donald Trump, and it's like,
I actually had a dream.
and then not only that, it's like
No, I had a dream. Yeah, what's it? It was between Iron Man and
Donald Trump
they had a
having
fight.
a fight.
Oh my god!
This is how serious it's
They
getting.
had a fight, like a full-on fight, and I think Donald Trump won.
But then
That's so
when
weird.
at first, like when I like, you know, not when I first met you, but when I started, like first go to her house and stuff, she'd be like, oh, you know, she'd be talking about the news. Oh, have you seen what's going on in this? And look, I know what's happening. Look, I want to know.
It's good to be aware. but
Yeah, it's
just
good to
don't
be
let it
conscious,
be a
but
part of your life that you know you're scared to go out. You're
feed yourself
I mean?
with positivity,
Positivity,
some good
that's-
things, positive music. If you want to change, if you've been thinking to yourself, I want to change in attitude, I want a change in my life, I want to change in my personality, I want to be around different people. It's all about positioning yourself,
Yep.
and it's about
In the
feeding
right
yourself
place.
with the right information,
Yeah,
and just you know, being very conscious.
yeah,
It's like a good way to explain it as well. It's like when you grow up with parents, like, you know, when you're growing up with your parents, you pick up mannerisms, you pick up things from your parents.
Yep.
You know, if you grow up in an abusive family, it kind of reflects, or you know, you there's side effects to that. If you
Yeah.
grow up in a very positive and loving family, then it shines, it shows, it becomes a part of you as a person.
that's true.
And I've been having some personal struggles and battles myself. You know, when you give your life to Christ and come over to Christianity, for those of you that are Christians, you will understand very much so that, you know, it's like a process, like it's like a roller coaster ride. You know, it's like an ongoing battle with your past, and you know, you're becoming a much better person, you're becoming a different person, you're becoming a very refined person, and the person that you were always destined to be, you know, God always intended you to be. But past issues surface, and that can be something, you know, that's something I'm personally
Yeah, me
fighting
too.
with at time, and that's because of, through all my life, what I've fed myself with, the people I've associated myself with, like hung around with. And not that I regret those times, because you shouldn't have regrets, because it teaches you a lesson. You know, like in the Bible, some of the greatest men of God, they weren't from rosy backgrounds. We all know that. So never think that, oh no, you know, I'm a bad person for doing these things. Or, but if you've been thinking to yourself, I need a change,
Just take that
Yeah.
step. I think we should like round up because we've got places to be.
yeah,
The bottom line is, for this little message, don't be distracted by things that will affect your life negatively. Surround yourself by positivity, with positive things. Be positive. Whatever you speak, whatever you spread, be positive. It makes you feel better, makes other people feel better.
much better.
And if you feel you need to make a step to become someone better or refine yourself, take
Yeah.
that step, do it. Don't
And-
care who thinks,
Yeah.
oh, you're weird. Just do it.
Be different.
Yeah, just be
You're
different.
born to be different. You'll never be
We're
the
all
same as
unique.
anyone else.
We're all unique people.
So don't think, oh, I'm being different, because you already are different.
yeah,
Oh, what would they think of me if I act differently or do something? It's difficult for me because, you know, I've got friends that not all of them will understand my situation. They won't all understand me being Christian. They won't all understand why, the reasons why. Some will respect it, some will you know, they won't get it, they won't understand it, and they
yeah.
um
So yeah, I think that's the bottom line.
but
So-
as well, I was going to say something, and that's really annoying, that, isn't it? What was I going to say? And you was like, let's round up. We've got a few more minutes.
Few more minutes.
It was about the news. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It's gone. It may be back in the next video, but not likely. But yeah, overall, you know, all in all, just keep positivity going. And
Spread the word.
another tip for you guys as well, and this is come back to me now. Yes. Basically, you'll notice if you wake up, the first thing you do is check the news, because I was a corporate for this. I used to wake up, straight in the Daily Mail or the BBC News. Before I would thank God for you know, a good night's sleep and for waking me up and for the day ahead. I used to wake up and I'd stick my head in the news straight away, and it can start you off on such the wrong foot. Like all it takes is you go in there and you read something bad or negative, and that although you might not be thinking about it, might not be at the forefront of your mind, but it will be there, and you'll slowly ponder on it. You'll almost meditate on it, and you shouldn't be meditating on things like that first thing in the morning, you know. And if you feel like you wake up and you're having a bad day, you feel like you wake up, because I used to get morning anxiety and morning depression, and I don't know, like the best thing to do is wake up and do something positive. And it will be hard at first, it will be very hard, but just do it. And even if it means you getting in that mirror in the bathroom and just telling yourself you're gonna have a good day, you're gonna have a great day, you are positive, you're in a good mood, you speak to yourself, you know, the same as letting things into you know, what certain words and certain things into your life will shape and change your life, and you will become that. It's the same way as, you know, you can tell yourself and speak those same words, positive words, into your life, and you can turn your day around. And I never used to believe it, but if I'm having a bad day, I'm having a good day. Do you know what? I am rich, I am wealthy, even though I'm not. I am rich, I'm wealthy, I'm having a great day, things are going to go well, things are going to go my way, and you will see that things will start to go your way, and positivity will enter into your life.
Yes.
So
yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
yeah,
Beyond,
thank you
so-
for checking in, and
Checking in.
Chan, no longer Chan, because we can. This is novelty now. But we will be back. We
We've got
will.
an exciting vlog coming up.
Yes. So we'll.
Should I say, or
Yeah, why not?
yeah, we've got an engagement party tomorrow.
Woo.
What? Why am I
What's-
sounding like
See, that's something she's picked up. Look, shots fired. It's like,
that? Yeah, so we're gonna vlog it. It's a little, you know, cute little get together.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to
Oh, and if you've been
it.
staring at this hand here, this is a friend's brand. It's actually Infinity and Unity. It stands for a very good cause, a very good reason. You know, we all need to be united, especially through times like this, and we all need to share positivity. So, yeah,
We'll put the link
go
down
check him. We'll put the
below.
link on Instagram, Infinity and Unity. You should check his work out. He's an inspiration. So yeah, we're gonna leave you guys, and yeah, we'll love you and leave you, and we will see you very soon. We're gonna have 2 videos coming out in conjunction, maybe, you know,
Two.
Yeah, we've got tomorrow's video,
Yeah.
so we'll release this one, and then perhaps release the second one. We're not going to do them all at once. Like, we'll do 2 videos, and we'll upload them separately, maybe a day apart or something. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll do them together. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see. Because we owe you, and it's been a while. So
We need to spread
also,
positivity.
thank you for the love on the first. I think it was the second
How
video.
We Met
How we
video.
met, nearly 10,000 views, which is unbelievable. We never imagined that.
And we've got how many subscribers?
We've got
almost
350, I think.
300 and something.
So yeah, so
thank you guys
Thank you.
so much. Like,
Yeah,
we love you.
never expected that.
Literally, we love you so much.
Yeah.
And keep spreading positivity.
Yes,
That's your
love,
message today.
positivity, and yeah,
And don't be
stay
distracted.
united. And don't be distracted.
Okay.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
yep. And please share. And we will see you. We will see you next week.
I want you to know, say I like the way you do, and you sabi do the dance, so you dey sweet like everything go, baby you know, say you carry no be small, say be to the me love, shake again, let's go.